Welcome to CG News by CGMeetup. We bring you weekly 3D, VFX, animation industry latest news. FC Barcelona is launching an audiovisual digital artwork called In a Way, a mortal that recreates Johan Cruyff's legendary stadium moment on December 22, 1973. Digital Studio BC and visuals crafted by a team of 40 CG and VFX artists. The 40-second film has an original soundtrack. The CG and VFX team worked on all aspects of the production, from a digital sculpture of Johan Cruyff to the simulation of golden colored fluids, textures and shading, cutting-edge cinematography, and camera work. The overall production entailed more than 10,000 production hours. BC focused on a more artistic approach. Every element was designed, sculpted, and crafted by hand. Prime Video drops The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. At Comic-Con 2022, fans were treated to a panel with series creators and 21 members of the show's ensemble cast, moderated by surprise guest The Late Show host and Tolkien superfan Stephen Colbert. He joined series showrunners J.D. Payne and Patrick McKay, executive producer Lindsay Weber. The event took place for a lucky audience of 6,000 to 500 fans in attendance. During the 90-minute showcase, panelists and fans interacted. The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power will premiere on Prime Video in more than 240 countries and territories on Friday, September 2nd, with new episodes available weekly. Beginning in a time of relative peace, the series follows an ensemble cast of characters, both familiar and new, as they confront the long fearsome emergence of evil to Middle-earth. From the darkest depths of the Misty Mountains, to the majestic forests of the elf capital of Lindon, to the breathtaking island kingdom of Numenor, to the furthest reaches of the map, these kingdoms and characters will carve out legacies that live on long after they are gone. VFX for The Rings of Power are being produced by WeDFX. Both Jason Smith and Tim Capper serve as Senior Visual Effects Supervisor and Visual Effects Supervisor, respectively. The cinematic trailer for Skull and Bones tells a rags to riches story about the destitute character Sam finding his way from the streets of Boston, overcoming adversities, and swashbuckling his way to become a pirate lord in the Indian Ocean. In order to tell the story which spans oceans, continents, and time, Goodbye Kansas collaborated closely with DDB and Ubisoft Singapore to find the correct context, tone, and tempo of the narrative, as well as flesh out and develop the protagonist. The challenge was to show the hero's journey, as well as hint at the larger scope of the game's world and the possibilities it offers. SiteX presents HOUDINI Foundation's overview. This overview chapter contains general information about HOUDINI that will help you get started with important concepts and ideas. While at first, you might not understand what it all means, this chapter will be a valuable reference point as you work through the foundation tutorials and build up your knowledge. If you already work with 3Doctor software, then learning HOUDINI will be a transfer of existing skills. You will learn how to interactively build up shots using the scene view and shelf tools, then how to work with the nodes and networks to take advantage of HOUDINI's procedural nature. If you are new to 3DR and computer graphics, then HOUDINI is a great package to start with. The foundation's material assumes some general knowledge. Therefore, you may want to read up on CG concepts that you are unfamiliar with. In the end, HOUDINI will help you achieve a deeper understanding of what goes on under the hood of not only HOUDINI, but other 3DR apps as well. Disney Research Studios demonstrate the proposed capture pipeline on a variety of different facial hairstyles and lengths, ranging from sparse and short to dense full beards. Facial hair is a largely overlooked topic in facial performance capture. Most production pipelines in the entertainment industry do not have a way to automatically capture facial hair or track the skin underneath it. Thus, actors are asked to shave clean before face capture, which is very often undesirable. In this paper, we propose the first multi-view reconstruction pipeline that tracks both the dense 3D facial hair as well as the underlying 3D skin for entire performances. We demonstrate the proposed capture pipeline on a variety of different facial hairstyles and lengths, ranging from sparse and short to dense full beards. Glassworks Amsterdam is very proud to have collaborated with the G-Star in-house creative team to realize the art of raw campaign film. G-Star's creative team created the concept for the video and collaborated with our in-house CGI director Rudiger Kaltenhauser, who created the magical and moody world for the film, provided that it remained faithful to the core processes involved in creating their world-famous raw denim. Challenge was to create a film with a photo-real running skeleton dog, and that it would have the soundtrack by us super producer Skrillex. Rudiger storyboarded the action treatments, designed the style frames, edited the cut, and then led our team of lighting texturists and animators in bringing everything to life. There were many challenges, not least of all creating CGI denim that reflects the fabric the brand is so passionate about. The team also took on the challenge to create a texturing lighting setup that allowed the beauty of each step of the denim making process to be clearly understood. The CGI skeleton doll is the leading visual throughout the Art of Raw Print campaign, and you might even be able to race him yourself in the Hong Kong subway. Thank you for watching CG News by CG Meetup. We will be back with more CGI industry news next week.